Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we are in day 1 of season 5 Thorns of Devotion, which means we have to climb our way up the leaderboard of Supreme Arena. I'm going to show you guys a set of 3 teams which are very free to play friendly, which I recommend you use on offense for this day 1 to climb against all of the bots you are going to be facing. So here is the team formation. There will be a formation ID if you want to copy it down. So 2 of the teams are going to be using the Wilder faction Phantomal, which is Snow Stomper, because he is the recommended one to be upgrading for AFK stages as well. And when you get him up to level 40, he will immediately cast his ultimate at the beginning of the fight, which is actually going to take an enemy Lily May interruption. That's really strong for PvP, and of course for AFK stages, very good as well. Now here we have team number 1, which will be Lily May and Siren as hyper carries. Snow Stomper will take any Lily May interruption, allowing Siren to freely get off his ultimate. We have Pheromore to give a buff to Lily May, and we have Damien, who is a hero a lot of people have built up for the healing and the haste buff that he provides. Hugin is going to be giving his buffs to Siren as well. Pretty strong team. The artifact here is a very strong artifact, for it will power up the attack buff of 2 backline carries, which are going to be your hardest hitting damage dealers for this team. For team number 2, it is going to be a Graveborn team, which is going to be twins to buff up Shmira and Ludovic. You have Damon here to buff up Shmira, and then I also have the Grim Executioner Phantomal right up front and center, because he will be able to taunt enemies. He has damage reduction. We have Bonnie in the back as well for debuffs and damage. Overall, just a solid team, and we're running the Soothe Rain artifact. Team number 3 is going to be our secondary Wilder team. This is going to be a Pandora Tossie Wilder team. We do have Iron to ultimate. We have the Snow Stomper to take the first ultimate. He's the frontmost. So if the enemy has a Lily May, it will only interrupt Snow Stomper. Iron will freely go off, and then Tossie will go off after that, which he is unboxed. And I have Shakira because he can run up and, you know, charge up his energy quickly and just smash and jump into the middle of the enemy team. I think this will be overall a pretty strong sort of combo that we can run. Okay, so this is what I recommend for free-to-play type setup. Let's go ahead and begin attacking the boss. So of course, you want to make sure you level up before you attack the bots. Levels are going to give you a big advantage for Supreme Arena, and that is basically it. Your equipment does not need to be upgraded. It is not important, because your equipment is going to be scaled to exactly match the level of your heroes. So try to get to that higher resonating level, whether it be 270, 280. If you can get over 280, that should be enough, honestly, for you to attack all the boss. I have seen people, even with lower base powers, make it up into the high ranking position, into the top 5, actually, of Supreme Arena. But then other people, if real players are able to find them, then they're probably going to take them down. But basically, bots should not be giving you too much of an issue. Now, in terms of figuring out who to try to challenge, you do get a bit of an idea. If you look at the 6 different challenges you're offered here, you can kind of see, okay, well, the highest basically I can attack is probably 2,940, 2,950. And if you have similar to that on your list, like we have a 2,921, I just go ahead and attack it. I mean, you can also refresh all of your options. Definitely, that is also a strategy. However, you can also end up with a worse offering if you always refresh all of them. So I just kind of look like I base it off of that right there. So these early bosses are going to give you no trouble. When we get to the higher ranks, like maybe the top 500, then the bosses are going to be higher levels, and then you will have to bring out a good team. And then we can actually maybe see these teams in action, or maybe we can even try to find a real player along our way to see if we can test out these teams. But overall, this should just be some solid teams using heroes you have. Of course, you can make swaps depending on which heroes you have Paragon upgraded, but these are the core team comps. Try to use 2 Wilder teams, one Graveborn usually, because you have a lot of good Graveborn heroes left over. Okay, 2,651, that looks a bit low to me. Yeah, so there's 2,500s here, and I would ideally try to hit even a 2,400 something if I could. But let's go ahead and refresh a couple of times. Okay, we hit a 2,400. I'm happy with that. Like in these early stages, I just try to go up by 500 points. If I can go up by 500 ranking points, it's overall pretty good. And of course, if you do get lucky and offered good things, it will allow you to make it all the way into the highest ranking bracket possible. But really what you want to shoot for is try to make it into like top 50 if that's possible. That's going to be one of the best rewards you can get for the daily ranking rewards, or even top 20 if you are lucky enough to get that as well. So let's go ahead and skip through these. And for these artifacts, you do not have to use these artifacts, for example, if you don't have them unlocked. But if you've been playing actively, even free-to-play players, you will be unlocking the Blood Moon artifact as well. So you will have access to all these free artifacts like I have currently. So yes, you're going to use diamonds on additional refreshes. So here we see the lowest like a 2,000. I'm going to look for a 2,000 or under sub 2,000 would be great. Definitely not happy with 2,100, 2,100. I know we can do better than that. So I'll keep refreshing, and if we don't hit it at all, oh, there we go, 1979, really good. So we're really, honestly, we're getting pretty lucky so far. But if you like use like the 6 which are off, like you can see outside of the menu, you use that as a guideline of, okay, what is the range of what I can get? And then you shoot for like, you know, 2,000 is what we were shooting for. And yeah, so we need to take a look at the levels of these opponents we're facing. Also, you can attack later on in the day, for example, when you have a higher overall resonating level, when you've complete all of your different, like, acquired season EXP from all of the different areas that you can. These levels are, these levels are 300, only 324, so still not any issue. The only time you can potentially get issues is if, for example, they have like an 80 level gap, difference between your levels and their levels. Otherwise you should be fine. Okay, so here 1700s. Okay, I'm still gonna look a bit lower. I won't like necessarily look for 1400s, like that's pretty crazy to look for, but like if we could hit 1620, I mean 1620 seems pretty good. We could keep refreshing for lower, but also we could just get unlucky and not hit anything. So I also go for like the conservative side of that, you know. So level 330 opponents, that's still going to be no issues. You can just run these teams or whichever team you want. But the Snow Stomper is really cool. I'm really excited for this season of Supreme Arena with the Phantomals. And the Snow Stomper being able to ult right from the beginning of the match, I think that's really solid. And if you want to set your defenses as well, you can run these same teams on defense. I think overall they are solid teams. Again, you don't have to run Shakir in this team. You can replace Shakir for any other kind of strong hero you have, high Paragon upgraded hero you have. Honestly, Shakir isn't necessarily the best, but I think he works well here because you have a bunch of melee heroes, Almas, Iron, Shakir himself, and then also Tassi jumping into their side. So you could go for Shakir, you could go for Mikola. Those were the two heroes I was kind of thinking of. Okay, we have 10 attacks left. Okay, 1258. If we look at the ranges here, 1233. Okay, I'm gonna refresh a couple of times. I mean, 1258 is not bad. It could maybe even be the best that we're offered. Yeah, maybe I should have taken it. Yeah, maybe I should have taken it. Okay, please don't hit me with another 14. Yeah, see, this is a problem, and this is why, like. Yeah, I'm pushing my luck on this one. This was a mistake, and that's why I know. And like, because the other ones were going really well for us, so I was like, oh, maybe I can push my luck a bit harder. But you know, you always have to be cautious. You have to be conservative and go for like that range of 6 things which are offered to you, or like you see in your outside of the Supreme Arena scheme I'm telling you guys about, then just base it off of that. And if you're close to the lowest range offer there, just take it. Like, yes, if you're lucky, you could get even below that, but if you're unlucky, you're not even going to hit that. So yeah, so this wasn't great. Hopefully we can get a sub 1000 on the next one, and then we should maybe still be in good shape. So we have 9 attacks left. Let's see what happens. Okay, 1024. I mean, 1024 isn't, but there's a 990 here. I'm going to look for a sub 1000. It could, again, backfire. Oh, no. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it because, yeah, I don't know. Like, we could just end up with more 1100s, and we have enough attacks that we should still be fine. It's just that also I want to save my diamonds, and so I don't want to use those extra attacks right towards the end. Because, like, the last 2 or 3 that you buy are all, like, 300 diamonds or something, or 200 diamonds to buy, and that's really feels bad when you get that. So obviously, if you have Paragon upgrades, if you have like level 280 or above on your characters, you should not be having an issue with any of these bots, because these bots, yeah, now their levels are increasing. And like I said, when they have like a level 80 level gap on you, then things can get a little bit tough. Okay, 776, I'm going to look for better than that. 780, because I saw a 640. There was like a 640 or 694. 719. I mean, 1719 is not bad. But we have 3 more refreshes. Okay, there we go. 661, I'll take that. Okay, now we have 371 level opponents. Let's see what's going to happen. Now we have a level 80 difference, but I have like huge Paragon upgrades here. So like, I know I'm still going to be fine, but I wonder. And I think if you have your Season Phantomal like upgraded, like level 40 above like the Snow Stomper, is probably going to make it pretty easy for you. The Graveborn team is the weakest because we only have a level 1 Phantomal, but still, Graveborn is a strong heroes. Grim Executioner still can like tank pretty well for your team. And yeah, I mean, that's also pretty solid. And let's see what happens here. I want to see with the Shakir type combo. Because, yeah, Shakir starts with a high energy. He only needs 700 energy to cast ultimate, even at plus 10 exclusive equipment. So I just figured, like, he would be a good hero to add into the team here. But I think Mikola is another good one. I honestly was debating, should I do Mikola, should I do Shakir? And it kind of just comes down to which one you have higher Paragon upgraded. Okay, so let's see what happens here. 100 diamonds. Okay, 7 more attacks. Okay, so 427, that seems pretty good to me. Whoa, there's some 200s here. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep refreshing then, but 400, honestly, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, I have 4 refreshes, so I think it's pretty safe. I'm just gonna take the 330. Yeah, I'm not... maybe we could go for 200s, but like I said, it's better to be conservative than, like, have it come back and bite you because you end up going too aggressive on your refreshes and just end up not getting the best. Because, yeah, there is RNG, quite a lot of RNG at play. Even people with maxed out accounts, sometimes they barely make it into top 50 with all of their attempts. And sometimes people, if you get good RNG on who's offered to you, you can make it to top 5 and just, like, not even using all of your attempts. And I think we're on track. We've gone pretty good, probably above average luck so far. And I think we've made some good conservative decisions as well. So, like, now, okay, we're 338. But now that we're in the higher divisions, we're not going to be getting as many ranking points, like, for each win. Like, look at this. The range is now shrinking. 220 is a top range here. We have 6 attacks left. Okay, 239. I'm going to refresh a couple of times. 247. 228. Yeah, I think we'll take it. Like, for example, we've seen 3 refreshes. And this was the best one offered to us. So, I know we do have a few more refreshes left, but I just say to stop right there. Okay, so Snowstorm is going to tank for the team. Now we're taking a bit of damage, but look at the nuke from Lily and Siren. They have incredible nuking power, especially combined with that artifact. So here, the Grim Execution is going to tank for the team, taunt and draw them in. That is pretty strong. And Damon is really kind of free. Like, in this positioning here, Damon is going to be taking damage second compared to the first one. Okay, stage 2, and now we have stage 3. I just want to see it play out. Let's see what happens here. Group them up. Shakir runs in. And, well, Tossie ults before Shakir even ults. I want to try it, like, but, like, when you group all the enemy on that side, even if I had Mikola, I don't even know if I would have control of the on arena. Because if we group everyone up right towards the enemy side, even my team is going to, like, is going to overshoot the on arena. Oh, 99, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, that's over 100 jump. Oh, but there's an actual player. Okay, you know, I'm not actually going to attack him because obviously I would really like to be in 99. That's a really good offering. Probably if I refresh, I'm never going to get that again. But, like, if I hit him, I'm going to knock him down and he's just barely in the top 100. I can't hit him. Yeah, we have to be, like, you don't want to do that, right? That's because the thing is, if it didn't, like, you know, swap ranks, like, but I would maybe do it, but the thing is, it swaps ranks. He's gonna end up with a rank 230, which is really bad compared to he's in the top 100 right now. So yeah, we can't do that, and we're still gonna be fine. And even if we end up in top 50, top 20, I'm still happy with it. Yeah, I'm probably always gonna push for top 20 though, because some people say, oh, you can just sit at top 50 and it can be fine. Okay, let's see how these opponents look like they're getting maybe potentially a little bit strong. Their levels are 393. Okay, yeah, so it's a pretty big level gap. But I think with your Phantomals, like, you do have a bit of an advantage because they don't have any Phantomals. So yeah, now we're using the 200 diamonds. Okay, 85. That's not great. Okay, I'm going to look for 60, something in the 60s. Okay, 63. We'll take it. Yeah, so we're on track. We're probably going to end in the top 20, which I'm fine with. I don't care about top 5 because top 5, top 20, it's the same rewards. And we'll just call it at that. As soon as we make it a top 20, we're going to call it a day. Probably is going to do 2 more tries. And so, yeah, it will take diamonds, but it's worth it because you're going to get those diamond rewards back to you by, like, gaining all of these ranks. And also, you're going to get that, at least for that initial day, maybe for a couple of days, you're going to be getting those boosted daily ranking rewards for Supreme Arena, which are good. So yeah, that's why it's always kind of a recommendation to do this. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Okay, we are now in top 63, top 38. Okay, now they're actual players here. Again, we're going to try to dodge them if possible, but I only have 3 attacks left, but that should be enough, honestly speaking. Okay, there's a top 41, but it's an actual player, so we will refresh it, trying to find a non-player and another player. Okay, we may just have to attack people. If they're just all players, we're going to have to attack people, like, in this range. I mean, there are a couple of challengers, but, like, most of them are just going to be actual players. We'll do a couple more refreshes. I just want to get a top 50 challenger, basically. Like, within the top 50. Okay, these are all real players. Let's see. 48. Okay, 48 challenger, we'll take it. At least this way we don't kick anyone out. We've made it into the next bracket. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Now, these bots are probably at their maximum potential. I think the 393 is probably the maximum level of the bot, and this team number 1 just kind of is demolishing, with the Lily May and Siren being buffed up in the back. And team number 2 also is really solid, because you have that sturdy Grim Executioner, you just have huge healing from Ludovic, buffing from Twins, and then Schmear casts your ultimate, and it's game over. So this is also really strong. Probably Team 3 is the weakest team, but also Pandora Tassi is still incredibly strong. And because Snorstomper will be taking your ultimate, it's just really powerful. Shakir is just like, yeah, Shakir doesn't really do anything. But, like, honestly, I would want to put some other buffer onto, like, Tassi, but there's not really anything there. That's why I was thinking Shakir could become a buffer after he casts ultimate, or Mikola can be a buffer, but, like, we talked about Mikola and why there are some issues with that. Okay, we have 2 more attacks left. We will make it into top 20 most likely, but let's just see here. 34, there's an actual player. An actual player, 33. Okay, 33 challenger, we'll take it. Wait a second. We're actually pushing it really close. We're pushing it really close. This is my second last attack, right? But yeah, I think we're just on track to hit top 20. Obviously not going to be top 5. You do need pretty good luck, honestly, for top 5. Shakir, what are you doing here? Well, I mean, Ravion would be a great buffer. If you have Ravion, you can use Ravion on the final team. I just didn't want to include a Ravion team because I know there are people who don't have Ravion yet. But Ravion in that team 3, rather than Shakir, that would just be really good. Because then he's going to be a further attack buffer for Tassi, really ramping her up and increasing her damage output. But, like, yeah, that's kind of why I'm using Pharaoh more in the Lily May team, is to buff up the Lily May to increase her damage output. Okay, guys, here we go. So, moment of truth. We have the final attack. We need to make it into top 20. I will, if I'm offered an actual player, I am just gonna have to attack them because, like, at this point, they're still gonna get top 50 rewards, even if we boot them to the top 50. And top 50 rewards are pretty good. The only difference is like some season tokens, a bit of diamonds, but we're still gonna go for it. Okay, final attack. Top 22. Oh, he's my guildmate. Okay, please top 20. Okay, oh, and we don't even have to attack a single player throughout our whole journey. Yeah, things were definitely in our favor. 395 are going to be the highest level of the bots, which are not honestly going to be too strong. Like, look at this Lily May just wrecking everything along with Siren and this artifact that we have. This is absolute demolition from this team number 1. And all these are heroes which pretty much everyone is built on their account. Team number 2 also very solid, and like all these heroes are things you built on your account. And so like this is also going to easily get you the win. And then team number 3. Team number 3 is still Pandora Tassi is no joke either. It is still strong. And you have Snowstormer take ultimates. You have Iron to delay. It's just rather than Shakir running something different. Basically, you could even run Ardent. Any hero you have Paragon upgraded, you can run rather than Shakir. It's basically that simple. And there we have it, guys. That is going to be our road to top 20. We had to use all of our attacks, but in the end, we are going to get there, which feels good. And yeah, we are now in the top 18. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful, guys. Good luck in your climb as well. Also, one feature is, if you look at this here, we have 100% boosted health on both allies and enemies. This probably is also going to make it easier for you to beat the bots. That's something that we have not had in the previous seasons either. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it was helpful. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share in the comment section down below. If you guys are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.